Dating. After 65, why some men only want caregivers. They say love has no age, but let's be honest, dating after 65 can feel like a whole different world. And here's the part no one warns us about. Some men aren't looking for a partner at all. They're looking for a caregiver. Shocking? Maybe. But if you've been out there, you've probably seen it. Let's talk about why this happens, how to spot it, and what we can do to protect our hearts. When we're in our 60s or 70s, dating isn't about games anymore. We've been through life. We've loved, we've lost, we've learned. But in this stage of life, a new challenge sometimes sneaks in. The man who says he's looking for love, but what he really wants is someone to take care of him. I've seen it. I've felt it. And maybe you have too. By the way, if conversations like this speak to you, hit that subscribe button. Because here, we talk honestly about love, life, and everything that comes after 60. Now, let's dive in. Secret 1. Recognizing the caregiver mindset. Early. You can usually feel it before you even name it. Maybe he talks too much about his health problems on the first date. Maybe the conversation keeps circling back to how lonely he is, how no one helps him anymore. At first, it might seem like he's just opening up. But listen closely. Is he talking about building a life together? Or about someone to be there for him? There's a difference. I once went on a date with a man who spent 20 minutes telling me about his doctor visits, his medications, his meals, and then asked, half joking, "So, do you cook?" My stomach sank. Not because I mind cooking, I actually love it, but because I realized he wasn't seeing me. He was seeing a role to be filled. When a man is truly looking for love at this stage of life, he asks about your passions, your routines, your dreams. He wants to know what makes you laugh, what keeps you up at night, what you still want to see in this world. But when it's the caregiver mindset, those questions never come. And here's the thing. Many of us, especially women, are natural caregivers. We've spent years raising kids, supporting partners, running households. So when someone shows up needing care, our instinct is to step in. But that instinct, beautiful as it is, can be taken advantage of. The early signs? He downplays your needs and focuses on his. He frames care as the natural role for a woman. He talks more about his problems than about your life together. We have to remember, wanting to love someone and wanting to nurse someone through life are not the same thing. It doesn't mean these men are bad. Sometimes they're lonely. Sometimes they're scared. But if you're looking for romance, connection, and companionship, you need to ask yourself, is he looking for the same, or is he just looking for a lifeline? Because here's the truth. You've earned the right to be loved for you, not just for what you can do for someone. Secret 2. How some men hide it at first. Here's the tricky part. Not every man with a caregiver mindset will show it right away. In fact, some are very good at hiding it. They'll start with charm, compliments, and maybe even a little romance. But slowly, the real expectations begin to slip through. It can start small. He might mention how he misses a home-cooked meal, or how it's been ages since anyone took care of him. At first, these comments might sound innocent. After all, who doesn't miss those little comforts? But when they keep coming up, when every conversation circles back to what he lacks, that's when your ears should perk up. I had a friend, let's call her Linda, who met a man online. He was sweet, attentive, and seemed genuinely interested. By the third date, he was telling her how exhausting it was to keep up with his yard work, how hard it was to remember his medications, and how lucky she must be to be so organized. By the sixth date, he was asking if she could maybe come by to help him with his bills. She realized then he wasn't looking for a partner. He was looking for a nurse, a cook, and a secretary rolled into one. And here's the truth. Sometimes these men don't even realize they're doing it. They might genuinely think that taking care of each other means you take care of them, and they just get to enjoy the company. So how do you spot it? Pay attention to whether he talks about your shared future or mostly about his personal needs, if he gives as much as he takes in conversation, or if it's all about him, how he reacts when you talk about your own needs. Does he listen or change the subject? Real love at this age is about mutual care, not one person carrying the weight. Secret 3. Why some women fall into the trap. We have to be honest with ourselves. Sometimes we walk into this without even realizing it. Many of us spent decades being the caretaker. We took care of children, partners, parents. We're used to putting our own needs last. So when a man comes along who needs help, our hearts soften. We think, I can handle this. I've done it before. But here's the difference. In a healthy relationship, care goes both ways. You might help him with something, sure, but he's also there for you. He asks about your day. He notices when you're tired. He supports your dreams, not just his comfort. The danger comes when the balance is gone, when you're the one doing the cooking, the cleaning, the scheduling, while he sits back and appreciates you without ever really showing up for you. Some women even convince themselves it's okay, because at least they're not alone. But being with someone who drains you is lonelier than being by yourself. We fall into the trap because it feels familiar, because we don't want to seem selfish, and because deep down, we hope that if we give enough, they'll love us more. But the truth is, real love doesn't come from service. It comes from connection. Secret 4, how to protect your heart. So what do we do about it? First, we set boundaries. Clear, firm, and unapologetic. From the very first conversations, make sure you talk about what you're looking for. If you want companionship, say it. If you're not interested in being someone's nurse or maid, make that clear. Gently, but firmly. Second, pay attention to patterns. Anyone can have a bad day or a moment of need, but if every interaction leaves you feeling like you're on duty, that's a red flag. Third, practice what I call the reverse test. Ask yourself, if I stopped helping him tomorrow, would he still want to be with me? If the answer is no, you have your answer. Finally, remind yourself of this. You are not selfish for wanting a partner, not a patient. You've already earned your place in life where you deserve joy, fun, and deep companionship, not another full-time job. The right man will see your worth beyond what you can do for him. And when you find that, you'll feel the difference. Dating after 65 isn't easy. It's full of beautiful surprises and a few lessons we wish we didn't have to learn. But knowing the difference between a true partner and someone looking for a caregiver can save you a lot of heartache. We've spent our lives caring for others. Now it's time to find someone who cares for us just as much. So if you've been nodding along, if you've seen these patterns in your own dating life, and know that you're not alone. And the more we talk about it, the stronger we all become. If this spoke to you, hit that subscribe button, because the next time we talk, we're going to dig into what a truly balanced, joyful relationship after 60 really looks like.